sorry. It's hard to be upset about even this story that I'm telling when, one, I've spiritually changed my ways, so I just feel good all the time. And two, I look nice. So how do you feel good about yourself and then just be sad? You can't be. So that's why I did it. Anyway, so my friends would definitely tell me, like, obviously that's not where you don't want to move on. So I would try to, like, stay there. I would tell them, like, I'm not happy, but maybe it's me. Whatever. But it was my intuition. It was my intuition. And so finally I got to a point where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I absolutely just don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be up underneath you. I don't want to be around you. Everything negative, I feel like you're draining me. I feel like you're taking from me being a mother to my children. Like, I don't want to do this. Anything, you can put everything in my name. Actually, the first thing I said to him, I said, since you have never gotten a place by yourself, like you have never put in the effort to get a place by yourself, you can keep my place that I've looked for, that I found, and I'll go find another one. Just give me a month and I'll go find something else just so my kids burn back on the street. I'll go find a different place. Just give me a little bit and you can have this place. But he's like, absolutely not. This is for you and your kids and your nieces and nephews. And this is, your home and you got this place so you wouldn't be out on the street. So this is for you. I would definitely leave. And I was like, okay, but I want you out, like, now. I don't want you, like, your stuff can stay. You can keep your stuff, which was a big bad idea. But I'm like, you can keep your stuff here, but I want you to be not here. Like, I don't want you to be in my house anymore. And yeah, I still let him keep the keys at first, and that was also a bad idea, because then I ended up getting closer to this girl, like, just as a friend. Like, seriously, we literally end up bonding, and everybody knows I like girls, I like guys. So we end up bonding like that. We have a lot in common, and it's outside of the fact that we both like girls and we're pretty women and we're the same age. Like, outside of that, we actually, like, just clicked. Like, we bonded really well. And so I started spending a lot more time with her because it was comfortable. It was somebody who put me in my comfort zone when I was taken so far out of my comfort zone. Like, I was taken to a place where I didn't want to be, a negative place, and then somebody put me in a positive place, and I just wanted to be around that person who put me there. So I was just constantly around this girl. So when he found out, like, the girl was around and this and that, he told me, like, you can't be around her. And I'm like, you're crazy. I absolutely can't. And then he was just like, this is what I'm talking about. She's going to take you from me. And I'm like, I'm not with you. We're not together. We are not a thing. Like, we're never going to be a thing again. And he's like, we just need counseling. And I'm like, we've only been together for a few months. There's no way in a few months I should need counseling for somebody that I don't choose to be with. Like, I don't want to be with. I'm like, somebody who is mentally and physically draining me, who is out here doing everything he can to embarrass me, to hurt me, to, like, bring me down. I don't want to be with that person anymore. Like, I don't want to surround myself with that person. Like, maybe one day we can be cool, but, like, I don't want to be around that person right now. So he continues to pop up at my house. He continues to be all over me at work. Like, I'm begging. I'm like, please just stop. Like, one day I was at my house, and I just so happened to wake up late and not have taken the kids to school. But any other time, I would just be getting home from taking the kids to school because it was my day off. So I would have just been getting home from taking the kids to school, and Yeah, I would have been by myself. So he came to say he was getting a paper. I don't know if he got the paper or not. He said he was coming to get a paper, but he just came into my house. And he was like, let me help you with this. Let me do this. And I was like, these are things you didn't even do when we were a thing. You didn't help me with groceries. You didn't help me, like, do anything. Like, he picked up my kids. I asked him not to. He didn't even want to, he, like, picked my kids up to go do something. And I'm like, you didn't want to surround yourself with my kids. You didn't want anything to do with my kids besides picking them up from school and dropping them off where they ever needed to be. Other than that, you wanted nothing to do with my kids. So why are you doing this? Like, please stop. I'm begging him to drop my kids off with my sister. Stop contacting them. Stop picking them up. And then at this time, it's really hard for me because my daughter gets attached easily because their real biological father is not in the picture. He's on his own stuff, and I don't bash him. So he's not in the picture for whatever reason. And so my daughter gets attached very easily. So she's becoming attached, and she's feeling like, Mom, why do you always push people away? She's literally saying this stuff to me. Why do you always push people away? Why? She's 4. Oh, why can't he be around? Like, and I'm like, please, I don't want my daughter feeling any negativity towards me, and I don't want to be with you. So can you please just leave us alone? So he did for like a couple days, and in those couple days, I'm gonna open this door. Oh, I didn't end up getting closer to the girl. Like, we was connected heavy. And one second, because I'm thirsty. Okay, we was connecting heavy. Also, we was drinking a lot, which is something that I stopped because I tend to overcompensate my feelings with alcohol. I drink when I feel any type of way, and I have to stop that because it breaks down my intuition really badly, and I want to keep that strong. So yeah, and he was becoming more jealous of me and the girl's relationship, and I wasn't really trying to flaunt it. I was just trying to be done with that situation. I've never ever had to deal with a situation where I was like, I'm done, and they were like, no, you're not done. We're together forever. You're gonna marry me, this and that. Like, I never had to deal with that situation, so this was my first time dealing with it, and it was crazy. So fast forward, like, before I was always at her house. Like, I was hanging out at her house. He didn't know where she lived, so he couldn't pop up there. I did take my keys from him. I asked, can I have my keys back? Because when he cornered me in the corner with my kids here and my daughter begging me to just take him back and all this stuff, I felt really disrespected. So I was like, yeah, I need you to give my keys back, and I need you to get all your stuff out, because at this point, you cannot come back here. You are not welcome here. You are not welcome in my house. He went to work. He told everybody that I can't afford my house without him, that he's removing his name, so good luck to me, and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, that's my last embarrassment. Thank you. That's fine. That's okay. I don't care what you have to say. I never needed anybody to help me, and I don't need them today. So I'm definitely strong on my own. So I was just like, okay, fine. So I let that be. But he was saying this stuff to these people, but then he was saying to me, like, please, I want you back. You're my wife. It was just getting more and more crazier on my end. And to everybody else, he was just victimizing. I'm cheating on him with the girl, which I did end up messing around with her. I'm not going to lie on that. I did end up messing with the girl. I won't say her name. I won't say anybody's name. But we're still, like, very much so cool. Like, everything's cool. I just found peace in her, and I did what I did, and it was great. And I don't regret anything. So I didn't end up messing with her, but the second I did, it went bad for me, because then I don't know if he had copies of my keys or whatever, but then he came to my house. I had me, her sister, and her kids, my kids, and her. We were all at the house. We were drinking. We were supposed to be drunk Uno. My other friend was supposed to come, but she was just like, you're already in a bad state. I don't want to be there with you drinking. And, you know, she's a real one, so I understand. So she didn't want to really drink with me. I don't know if that was then or after the situation. I don't remember. Either way, oh no, actually that was the day before we were supposed to drink. So she said that, but yeah, so he came in to my house, unlocked the door. Her sister seen him, but she figured because he had a key that she never seen him before. So she figured because he had a key that he was supposed to be there. Me and my friend was laying down sleeping. We were all sleeping because we were just drinking, and I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work, even though, yeah, I was just drinking the night before. I had to go to work the next day. So we were all just asleep, nothing going on really. But we were laid in bed, and he came in recording, talking about, yeah, you're in my house doing this, da da da. Why are you in my house? And I'm just like staring at him because, one, I'm still drunk, and two, what is happening right now? Like, why is this man in my house? So, yeah, we end up, I end up literally just laying there. Neither one of us moved, spoke, anything. We just laid there and just stared at him because, why are you recording us? And why are you in my house at 3 a.m.? So I guess he ends up taking my phone, and sorry, I got a call. He ends up taking my phone and leaving. And he came with my other friend at the time, and you know, that hurt my feelings, even though he's gonna deny to this day that he wasn't at my house, but he was at my house. And he came with my other friend, and because if the girl wasn't there, they would have just came on me, and what they were gonna do,